Today, I'm going to show you how to build a WhatsApp journey where we will capture user details via WhatsApp and store it in Google Sheets. But before we move ahead, it's better to have structured steps, so this will help us build our journey effectively and in lesser time. So for this journey, we have to choose WhatsApp by Gupshup as our trigger. We have multiple options to choose from. As per our need, we can select the respective one. Then we have to choose a new text message as a trigger event, which will end up triggering our workflow journey. Now, we have to establish a connection with Gupshup app. And for that, let's just select an existing connection, then click on link in account to establish the connection. In description, I have also added a link to help you create and connect a new connection with Gupshup. After this, we have to add a welcome message. So next, we will get a callback URL. Copy the URL and paste it as a callback URL in the Gupshup app. Now, as you want to display this message to users, select Yes. In steps, we have to specify actions of our journey now. So first, we have to send a message to help users. For that, let's just select WhatsApp again, choose Send Messages Action. Now add a message using our flow to welcome users with instruction. Then we have to add a sender ID as a phone number to send a message to the user. Next is when we have to ask user a question. So click on Add a New Action and then select WhatsApp. Choose Ask Question as action. Then add a question, select an answer type. Now next what we have to do is we have to add a retry help to help user. Add the sender ID as phone number. Add retry help count to stop user from trying false attempts continuously. And at last, we have to add an expiry time to the answer sessions in seconds. After this time session will expire and the user has to initiate the process again. Okay? Now, we have to ask the user the second question, but instead of creating an entire step, we can copy the previous step by clicking on clone. This will help us save our time and effort. So now let's just add the next question and change the answer type accordingly. And for the next question, we can follow the same steps of cloning the previous step. So now add question and change its answer type. Add the last question similarly in the next step. Now, after getting answers to our questions, we have to send a confirmation message as reply to the user, right? As we have a step where we are sending a message, we can clone the step. After cloning that step, we have to move it downwards next to the questions. Okay. Then modify the message and we are ready with the WhatsApp part. After this, we have to add the answers provided by the user in Google Sheets. So now click on Add a New Action. Now let's just select Google Sheets. Now we have to choose Add Row as action. Select an existing connection and click on Link in Account to establish the connection. You can choose to create a new connection. As I already had an existing connection, I'm selecting that one. Now choose the right spreadsheet and the sheet, respective sheet from the spreadsheet. To add right fields, we have to check for the steps. We are getting name from step 2, email address from step 3, mobile number from step 4, and enquiry message from step 5. Now click on Google Sheets step, then add right fields from WhatsApp app data. Now we are ready with our journey. Click on Save Changes and Start Journey. To check our output, let's just go to WhatsApp, and as we are using Gupshup Sandbox, we have to initiate the app. For that, type proxy bot name. We just received a confirmation welcome message. Now we have to initiate the conversation to access the bot. So let's just type hi. We just received a welcome message as reply with the first question. Type in the answer, then we will get the second question, answer it, we will receive the third one. Once answered, user will be asked to type in the query. Then the user will receive a confirmation message, and as we can see, the user details have been added to the Google Sheets as per the response received. In this way, within 5 minutes, we just build a WhatsApp journey to receive user input and add them to Google Sheets. Simple, isn't it? To know more about this and get help in building automation journeys, visit quickwork.co.